Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest at everything cool every single day. We had a terrific EP live yesterday. We had friends from Hellbent Games. That was Zoe Flower and Chris Mayer came in. Hope you caught that interview. If you haven't had a chance to check that out yet, please do. We have a brand new EP live for you guys tomorrow in this space at the VFS Cafe. That's at 390 West Hastings in Vancouver. Of course, you can watch the stream live here, right here on this channel. Today, we have a rundown to get to, and it's dedicated to our friend Jamie Andrews, who did so well with Devil May Cry 5 yesterday and said that he had an incredible time with the show. We had a blast having you here, Jamie. This rundown is all yours. Gamers will soon be able to lose control with the latest game from the makers of Max Payne and Alan Wake. Remedy Entertainment has revealed that their secretive new game, Control, will be out this summer. They haven't revealed a precise launch date, but speaking with Game Informer, the team says development is coming along well. This summer might be a bit of a surprise. Control was just announced at E3 less than a year ago, and Remedy is notorious for taking their time, so it's coming sooner than many of us had expected. Either way, it sounds like they have everything under control. The game itself thrusts players into the role of a young woman with mind-bending supernatural powers who uses those powers to escape a large government facility. We got to check out Control at E3, and you can watch our exclusive interview with Remedy's creative director, Sam Lake, right now on our channel. Yeah, Control was incredibly exciting at E3 last year. I had a terrific conversation with Sam Lake, and I'm super excited for this game. It feels like all of the lessons that Remedy has learned over the year with games like Quantum Break and Alan Wake and even Max Payne is sort of coming together and crystallizing in this brand new IP. It looked incredibly exciting and twisted and dark and mysterious. Everything that we want out of a great Remedy game, and I know that Sam and the rest of the team are incredibly excited about this project, and it feels like it's going to deliver on everything that we've wanted from an awesome Remedy experience, so I can't wait for this title. It's one of the games that I'm most anticipating in 2019. First Castlevania, and now Netflix is taking on even more video game adaptations. The streaming giant has announced a new anime series based on the 2012 Capcom game Dragon's Dogma. They haven't given away too many details, but it's a safe bet that the show will explore similar territory to the game, which takes place in a fantasy world and focuses on a knight who gains the power of a dragon. The series is being produced by Japanese animation company Sublimation and not the team behind the Castlevania Netflix series. That team is instead working on an anime adaptation of another game franchise, Devil May Cry, which incidentally is from the same Capcom developers who made the original Dragon's Dogma. No word on when Dragon's Dogma might begin streaming. In the meantime, an expanded version of the original Dragon's Dogma is coming to the Switch next month. I'm excited actually to check out Dragon's Dogma again. I remember digging that game. I don't have a lot of memories. It feels like many games ago, but I remember digging it, even if it was a little bit quirky, so I'm excited to check this out. And you know what? I love that Netflix is saying, look, there's lots of different ways to access the types of fandom that exist in the world out there, apart from their previous relationship with Marvel, so they're exploring lots of different things. Netflix might be this, this crazy production outfit that figures out how to adapt video games in the best way possible. I happen to be a big fan of what they did with that Castlevania series, so I'm looking forward to Devil May Cry and Dragon's Dogma. Keep it up, Netflix. And just when you thought video game adaptations were getting better, another one comes along to spell their doom. Take a look at the first trailer for Doom Annihilation, a new live-action movie based on the shooter franchise. Yep, they made a new Doom movie. This one is a straight-to-video endeavor, and Doom publisher Bethesda Softworks has already disowned it, stating on Twitter that they have nothing to do with its creation. At least the story looks somewhat faithful to the games, with the characters accidentally opening up a portal to hell that unleashes a swarm of demons. Audiences will get to see if it's any good when it lands this fall. That's also when the new game Doom Eternal is slated to hit consoles and the PC. Expectations for that are much higher. Yeah, I'm going to be paying attention to Doom Eternal and not so much to this crap Doom Annihilation thing. This abomination is what it should have been called. It's so funny. I didn't even hear about this thing. The way that I did hear about it is Pete Hines, who's the head of marketing and has been with Bethesda forever. He's a Facebook buddy because we've worked together for years. The first thing I hear about this thing is that it sucks and that Bethesda has nothing to do with it, and that was his Facebook post, and I was laughing. But it's crazy, man. I guess this is what happens when You've got an IP, and people want to adapt it, especially something as beloved as Doom. And so you do these deals which are made in the best intentions. Nobody wants to make absolute horse crap out there, but stuff happens, and suddenly the rights holders are able to keep going with these terrible things, and then we see abominations like this. So maybe it'll be cheesy B-movie fun when it comes out. But I am definitely looking forward to playing Doom Eternal. Doom 2016 is one of the best shooters I have ever played. Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi is going to take audiences on another fantastic voyage through time and space. Waititi is set to helm a new small-screen series based on the 1981 fantasy film Time Bandits. Like the movie, the show will focus on a youngster who joins a group of dwarves to travel through time to different historical events, all while battling a malevolent force known simply as evil. Taika Waititi will direct the pilot episode and also serve as producer alongside the original film's director Terry Gilliam. The series isn't being made for television. It's actually being produced by Apple to be made available exclusively on their devices, and is just one of several original scripted shows that they have in development. The tech giant has been taking bigger steps into the entertainment industry in recent years, following the success of rivals like Amazon and Google. Apple is even rumored to be working on their own TV streaming service, which might be announced as early as this month. Taika Waititi involved in anything is exciting. This guy is really funny and really clever, and Time Bandits brings back all kinds of great memories from growing up and watching that movie in theaters and many times on VHS. Very cool, very surreal. Terry Gilliam always comes up with these wacky premises, and he has a very different slant on the way to tell stories, especially with kind of a fantasy background like that. It's interesting, though. Terry Gilliam was recently in the news talking about his hate and his hatred for superhero movies. So it's funny that he just can't sort of let this new generation embrace the fandom that's available to them. But Time Bandits was awesome, and Taika Waititi is awesome. Very much looking forward to this. And if this is good and we can expect quality shows like this, Apple might have a huge hit with their streaming service. We have 1 week to go before the world's biggest film studio finishes gobbling up the world's second biggest film studio. Disney's year-long acquisition of 20th Century Fox is expected to be officially finished next week. Disney has set March 20th as the closing date for the deal, which is when they'll be paying out Fox shareholders. So after that, they'll officially own the company. Once that's done, Disney will commence their plans to begin absorbing Fox's various divisions into their own, which they say will make operations more efficient, but could result in estimates of as many as 10,000 people losing their jobs. This will also give Disney ownership of all the Fox film and television properties, most notably Marvel characters like Deadpool and the rest of the X-Men, as well as the full distribution rights to the first Star Wars film. It will likely still be a few years before Disney's influence is felt on Fox-released projects, so don't expect to see Wolverine in the MCU anytime soon. The final price tag for the deal has come in at just over $71 billion, and something tells me Disney got a bargain out of this whole endeavor. Because as we all know, it's not just about the movies and the TV shows, it's about the licensing rights and the action figures and the theme park rides and the attractions, and it's going to be very weird to see Wolverine walking through the park with his claws out, and then there's Mickey Mouse. But yeah, this is a whole new era, and one of the things that this sort of sparks in me, I remember reviewing the Planet of the Apes box set on DVD. But what I discovered as I watched all of that stuff is that the Planet of the Apes success story, the very first film with Charlton Heston, saved 20th Century Fox. They were on the verge of bankruptcy, and that one film changed the course of that studio forever. And then, of course, they had a really successful run in the 70s, and they had their partnership with Lucas on Star Wars. It's kind of sad that independent purveyor of content, even if it was gobbled up by Murdoch and changed into a whole bunch of different things, is being gobbled up now by Disney. But Disney has done a pretty decent job with the ownership of Star Wars and the ownership of Marvel. And I know that's a contentious discussion with some super fans out there, but they are at least endeavoring to try to honor all of this incredible work and trying to expand their kingdom so that it's not just about the Walt Disney created characters. So it is going to change the landscape for sure. And I think the way that we're going to feel it the most is not just going to be in the movie theaters and on the streaming services, but in our theme parks and in our toy aisles. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow with EP Live right here in our space at the VFS Cafe. That's at 390 West Hastings in Vancouver, BC. You can come and watch the show live. Show starts at our new time at 4:30 p.m. Pacific or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, you can watch the stream right here on our channel. So we'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get caught up on all the fun stuff we've been making. Enjoy that and play forever.